So Jackson, this is a fraction wall game where we're going to take it in turns to roll the dice. When we roll the dice, we are making a proper fraction. So in the current one, the dice, we only have one 10-sided dice, but hopefully, normally you play with two 10-sided dice. On our 10-sided dice, we have a 0. We're going to call that 10. But for students, you can find dice on the internet. I think we've got a link there. So this time, the two dice I've got there, I've got a 3 and a 2. I need to make a proper fraction. It would be 2/3. I need to find the line with thirds, and I need to colour 2 of them. The aim of the game is to get 3 complete rows, and you're the winner. So you're competing against each other to win. Okay, you may go first.
Alright, so I got 1 6.
Okay, so find the row with 6 and colour 1 of them.
Okay.
I have 1/3, so I'm going to find 1/3 and colour 1 of those. Remember, it doesn't matter which ones we colour in, because each of those parts are 1/3.
Okay.
So
I got 6/9.
6/9. Now, we're going to vary what we do with this game, but for the moment, I would like you just to colour in 6/9.
Done.
Okay, I have 2 and a 4, so I'm going to colour in 2/4.
Okay. I got 3 out of 3, so that's 1 line.
And you need to colour in the 3/3. And I've got 3/3 as well, so I can colour in my third. Oh, I can't colour in my thirds because I've only got 2 left, so I would miss my turn. So that's version 1 of the fraction wall game. Now, this time, we're going to keep going on the same wall, but if I was doing this with students, I'd start a new game altogether. After they've had lots of goes of just colouring in the fraction, just to see, can they colour in 2/3? Can they colour in 3/3? Can they colour in 4/4? So this time, Jack, we're going to do it that if you can, or if you need to, you can use an equivalent fraction. So in that last one, by 3/3, I could have coloured in 4/4 or 2 halves, or any one that I wanted. So roll your dice. You could do, okay, so what have you got? You've got 4/8.
So instead, I could maybe do a half.
You could. So if you think that's going to
do.
get you a better result. Okay, I have 4/10. I could do 4/10 or 2/5, and I'm going to choose to do 2/5.
I got 4/4, so I'm going to put that down.
Okay, so you will have 2 complete rows, and I'm still struggling to get mine. Okay, I have 1/6. I have no choice. There is no alternative, so I will do 1/6.
I got 5/6. I've already got 1/6. That is going to add up to 6/6, and I've got 3 rows.
Oh, so you have won the game.
Yes.
So that was quite easy. So Jack won the first game. So they were 2 versions. The first version was just colouring in the fraction as rolled. The second version is I can now use equivalent fractions. Okay, Jack, so we're going to, perhaps we'll start a new one. You might want to use a different colour on your second one. I'm going to use orange.
I'm going to use green.
This time, if you would like to, you can add 2 fractions. So if you would like to, if you rolled a half, you might want to add 1/4 and 2/8 to fill up your lines. This is a way of filling up the lines. And if I'm doing this with students, I'd actually be asking them to record what were the 2 numbers they rolled and what were the parts that they coloured. Okay, so you've got a few alternatives this time. Go.
You go first.
Okay, 3/7. Well, I can't do anything with 3/7, although I could have done 2/7 and no, 3/7 is all I can do. Your turn.
I got 1/8, so I'm just going to do 1/8.
3/4, I could do 3/4 or 6/8, but at the moment I'm going to do 3/4. Or I could have done, what was it, 3/4? It could have done a half plus a quarter if I'd needed to make lines.
I've got 3/6, so instead I'm going to do a half.
Okay. And I have 3/9, so I could do 3/9, or I could do 1/3. Maybe I'll do 1/3. Okay, we need to see if we can get one where we can add bits.
Well, I got another 3/6, so I'm going to add that to a half, and now I've got already a line.
Okay, I have 4/4 or 4/4. I might use 1/4 and maybe 6/8. So I needed help. Okay, Jack, your turn next.
Okay. And I've got 3/10.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put them at 3/10.
Okay, so if we're doing this with students, you could have them, one group who were just doing equivalent fractions, the fractions as rolled. You may have one group who are using the equivalent fractions as well as those that are rolled, and you might have a group, the challenge group, or the group that need a challenge, who are going to complete the entire fraction wall by adding or using equivalent fractions. So being able to use all three different versions of the fraction wall game. Thank you, Steve.